Welcome to the students. In this session, we will discuss about the architecture of 8086 microprocessor. This will be in the second unit, and 8086 microprocessor is having more features than that of 8085 microprocessor. So let us see what are the features of 8086 microprocessor. It is a 16-bit microprocessor. It has a 16-bit data bus, so it can read data from or write data to memory and ports either 16-bit or 8-bit at a time. It has 20-bit address bus and can access up to 220 memory locations, that is 1 megabyte, that is 2 power 20 memory locations, not 220, 2 power 20. Just small correction in that slide, it is 2 power 20 memory locations, that is 1 megabyte. It can support up to 64K IO ports. It provides 14 16-bit registers. It has multiplex address and data bus. It requires single phase clock with 33% duty cycle to provide internal timing. Prefetches up to 6 instruction bytes from memory and queues them in order to speed up the processing. That means we can have 6 instruction bytes from the memory. That is the advantage of 8086 microprocessor. 8086 supports two modes of operation, that is minimum mode and maximum mode. So these are some of the features of 8086 microprocessor. Well, it has more advantages or capabilities when compared to 8085 microprocessor. So let us go through the architecture of 8086 microprocessor. As you can see in the diagram, the 8086 CPU is divided into two independent functional parts, that is bus interface unit BIU and execution unit EU. So 8086 CPU is divided into two units, that is bus interface unit BIU and execution unit EU. So dividing the work between the two units, that is BIU and execution unit, will speed up the processing of the microprocessor. Hence, it has more speed when compared to 8085 microprocessor. Now let us see the execution unit. The execution unit of 8086 tells the BIU where to fetch instructions or data from, decode instructions and execute instructions. The executor unit control circuitry which directs internal operations. A decoder which is available in the execution unit translates instructions fetched from memory into a series of actions which the EU carries out. The EU has a 16-bit arithmetical logical unit which can add, subtract, it can perform AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation, increment, decrement, complement or shift binary numbers. So all those features are available in 16-bit arithmetical logical unit. Now, what are the main functions of execution unit? First one, decoding of instruction, execution of instructions. So the main steps involved in execution unit are: execution unit extract instruction from top of the queue in BIU, decode the instructions, generate operands if necessary, passes operands to BIU and request it to perform read or write bus cycles to memory or input output. Perform the operation specified by the instruction on operands. Now, coming to the second functional unit of 8086 microprocessor, it is bus interface unit, which is simply known as BIU. BIU sends out addresses, fetches instructions from memory, reads data from ports and memory, and writes data to ports and memory. In simple words, we can say that the BIU handles all transfers of data and addresses on the buses for the execution unit. 8086 has pipelining architecture. While the EU is decoding an instruction or executing an instruction which does not require use of buses, the BIU fetches to 6 instruction bytes for the following instructions. The BIU stores prefetched bytes in a first in first out register called as queue, which you can see in the architecture diagram. When the EU is ready for its next instruction from the queue in the BIU, this is much faster than sending out an address to the system memory and waiting for memory to send back the next instruction byte or bytes. Except in few instructions where the queue must be dumped and then reloaded starting from new address, this prefetch and queue scheme will speed up the processing of the 8086 microprocessor. Fetching the next instruction while the correct instruction execute is called the process of pipelining. Hence, pipelining is available in 8086 microprocessor, which is not there in case of 8085. Now let us see the register organization of 8086 microprocessor. 8086 has a powerful set of registers known as general purpose registers and special purpose registers. All these registers are 16-bit registers. General purpose registers. These registers can be used as either 8-bit registers or 16-bit registers. They may be either used for holding data, variables, and intermediate results temporarily or for the other purposes like counter or for storing offset address for some particular addressing modes. Special purpose registers. These registers are known as segment registers, pointers, index registers, or offset storage registers for particular addressing modes. So these are special purpose registers, which you can see in the architecture diagram. The 8086 registers are classified into general data registers, segment registers, pointers and index registers, and flag registers. That means the register set of 8086 can be categorized into 4 groups. That means it contains general data registers like AX, BX, CX, DX. It contains segment registers like CS, SS, DS, ES. It contains flag registers. It contains pointers and index registers like SP, BP, SI, DI, and IP. So these are the various kinds of registers which we come across in 8086. Now coming to general data registers, these are called as registers of 16-bit registers AX, BX, CX, and DX. AX is used as 16-bit accumulator. The lower 8-bit is designated as AL and higher 8-bit is designated as AH. AL can be used as 8-bit accumulator for 8-bit operation. All data register can be used as either 16-bit or 8-bit. So BX is a 16-bit register. BL indicates the lower 8-bit of BX and BH indicates the higher 8-bit of BX. The register BX is used as offset storage for forming physical address in case of few addressing modes. The register CX is used as default counter in case of string and loop instructions. DX register is a general purpose register which can be used as implicit operand or destination in case of few instructions. Now we have segment registers. There are 4 segment registers. As you can see in the architecture diagram, we are having 4 segment registers. That is CS, DS, ES and SS. CS stands for code segment register, DS stands for data segment registers, ES stands for extra segment register, SS stands for stack segment register. So code segment register is used for addressing memory location in code segment of the memory where the executable program is stored. DS or data segment register points to the data segment of the memory where the data is stored. Extra segment register refers to the segment in the memory which is another data segment in the memory. SS register or the stack segment register is used for addressing stack segment of the memory. The stack segment is the segment of the memory which is used to store stack data. While addressing any location in the memory bank, the physical address is calculated from 2 parts. That is, the physical address is equal to segment address plus offset address. Now, coming to pointers and index registers. Index and pointer registers are IP, BP, SP, SI, DI. 8086 flag register will also contain many features where the flag register configuration will have carry flag, parity flag, auxiliary carry flag, zero flag, sign flag, single step trap, interrupt enable, string direction, overflow. Each and every bit will have significance in the flag register. Coming to memory segmentation, the memory in a 8086 based system is organized as segmented memory. That means the CPU 8086 is able to access 1 megabyte of physical memory. The 16-bit contents of segment register actually point to the starting location of the particular segment. That is, it starts from 0000H to F000H respectively. So that is how the segment register will provide more advantages when compared to the 8085 microprocessor. So these are nothing but the summary of the 8086 microprocessor architecture. Already we have discussed the 8086 CPU is divided into 2 independent functional parts: BIU, execution unit. BIU, this unit is responsible for transferring of instructions, data and addresses to the execution unit through the system bus. It is also responsible for all memory access and IO ports accessed by the microprocessor. BIU consists of 3 functional parts, that is instruction pointer, segment registers or memory segmentation, and third one is instruction queue. So we have discussed about instruction pointer. It is a 16-bit register which holds the address of the memory location of the next instruction to be executed. Again, segment registers or memory segmentation. It consists of 4 segment registers: code segment register, data segment register, stack segment register, extra segment register. Again, we are having instruction queue. The BIU performs its operation in parallel with the EU. So the BIU fetches the instruction bytes while EU is executing an instruction. So it works on FIFO basis, first in, first out basis. This is nothing but the execution unit which works in parallel with BIU. The functional parts of EUIO are general purpose registers, pointer and index registers, arithmetic and logic unit, flag register and the control unit. So this is also called as the register organization of 8086 microprocessor. So here all the registers of 8086 are 16-bit registers. They contain general purpose registers, It can be used for 8-bit registers or 16-bit registers depending upon our need. We have special purpose registers. We have general purpose registers AX, BX, CX and DX, which are of 16-bit registers. AX is the combination of AH and AL. AL can be used as 8-bit accumulator for 8-bit operation also. Similarly, BX, CX, DX registers will perform their corresponding operations. Pointers and index registers. The index and pointer registers are stack pointer, base pointer, source index pointer, destination index. ALU, arithmetic and logical unit. It performs 16-bit or 8-bit arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or any logical operations. The flag registers is having 16-bit capacity in 8086. It contains status flags and control flags, just we have discussed earlier. So this is nothing but the complete bit configuration of 8086. It contains carry flag, parity flag, auxiliary carry, zero flag, sign flag, trap flag, interrupt enable, string detect direction and overflow. So this is nothing but you are having the control unit. It is the actual brain of the microprocessor. The control unit of the execution unit directs all internal operations responsible for generation of control signals, decoding and process the other related operations. So this is the pin diagram of 8086 microprocessor. That means whatever the features of 8086 are available, all those things are available in the form of pins in 8086. So this is the brief explanation of the pin diagram of 8086, where it contains power supply and frequency signals, 5-volt DC power supply, clock signal, address and data bus, address and status bus, bus high enable, pin is available, read, ready, reset pin, INTR, interrupt, NMI, non-maskable interrupt, test signal, MN, minimum mode and maximum mode can be selected by using pin 33. Interrupt acknowledgement is available, INTA, address latch enable is available, ALE, data enable, DT, data transmit or receive signal is available. Again you are having MIO pin, you are having write signal, hold acknowledgement signal, hold signal, queue status signals. All these features are available in the case of 8086 microprocessor. So these are available in the pin configuration of 8086. Again you are having lock, request grant signal. All these pins are there in the 8086 microprocessor. So in the coming class we will discuss about the instruction set and addressing modes of 8086.